Yo, what's up? My name is Petralski and welcome to my Unova EV training guide. This guide is aimed at people who have either just completed Unova or maybe Unova in another region and want to EV train some of their Pokemon. Generally, this is for late game players or at least players who have completed at least one storyline. But quickly, if you don't know, EVs are essentially the stats under the dumbbell page. They are stats gained via defeating Pokemon in the wild or with trainers. Whenever you defeat any Pokemon in Pokemon or any Pokemon game, you're given these sort of hidden stats. A really good example is something like Rapidash. Every time you defeat a single Rapidash, you are given 2 speed EVs. Now, certain Pokemon want different EVs to be able to utilize their specific stats, whatever they're good at. A good example is something like Rampardos or Cranidos. Obviously, one of the highest physical attacks in the game, and you want to kind of exacerbate that. So usually people will EV train this thing 252 attack and then either 252 HP or speed depending on the build. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The important thing is that we're trying to put stats in certain locations to sort of benefit a Pokemon in a specific way. Now, 4 EVs equate to +1 in a stat. You can have 510 total EVs, but only 252 maximum in one stat, and it'll light up green if you reach that number. Now, there's 2 main Pokemon you're going to need in your party for EV training. Some sort of AoE hoarding Pokemon, so some sort of high level strong Pokemon with Surf, Earthquake, Discharge, Magnitude, Bulldoze, whatever it may be. Some sort of move that hits every Pokemon in the horde. Hyper Voice is another example off the top of my head. Anything like that that can kill the horde in one attack. And then secondly, you're going to need a Sweet Scent Pokemon. I have my Shiny Hoppip here as my Sweet Center. Has the Sweet Scent move, is PP matched. That helps out a lot. Being able to hoard 6 times as opposed to 4 each time you heal saves a lot of time. Now, hordes are going to allow you to encounter 5 Pokemon at once and gain a ton more EVs a lot faster. And then I recommend having at least 4 experience shares if you want to be a serious EV trainer. Now, obviously, you don't have to get that as soon as possible, but it's a good late game goal, getting around 4 to 5 experience shares. And you want to have your party filled out with other Pokemon you're EV training, because you can EV train as many Pokemon as possible and not lose any value. Unlike experience training, where if you have experience share on 5 different Pokemon, it's getting split between all of those Pokemon. Every single Pokemon when EV training, they all get 10 EVs flat. But I think that covers all the basics. Let's go ahead and jump into the locations. I'm going to go in order of the stats, so I'm going to start at HP and end on speed. Let's go ahead and go to the HP EV training spot in Unova. Now, not only is this the HP EV training spot in Unova, it's probably one of my favorite hordes in the entire game because it's my 3rd favorite Pokemon in the world. Here in Icarus City, you're going to come down here from the PC. If it's winter like this, you actually want to make sure you go on this tile and then spin your way over here. And we're going to jump on this water, Sweet Scent here, and this is going to be times 5 Stunfisk hordes. This is going to give you HP EVs, 10 HP EVs per horde. Really incredible Pokemon, really fantastic shiny and really fantastic battle cry. I know nobody disagrees with this for sure. Let's go ahead and throw up the Surf, and that'll defeat them all pretty easily, and you'll gain 10 EVs on each of your Pokemon that are able to gain EVs either with the experience share or the Pokemon leading your party. Now, if it's not winter like this is actually going to be a pond-like area, and you're not going to want to step on every single location on it because that'll actually trigger encounters on its own. So if it is summer or just not winter, you want to come over here, essentially walk to that second tile and then walk down just to avoid as many encounters as possible on the way to the Stunfisk location. Now, on to the next location over here in Oplucid City. We're going to go ahead and hop on our bike, head north. We're going to head up to Bouffalant. Once again, another one of my favorite locations, another one of my favorite Pokemon and spots. I know this region quite well. Unova is a pretty cool one. You're going to head up here to the north of Oplucid City, up to Route 10 on this grass. Go ahead and pop your Sweet Scent and you'll encounter hordes times 5 of Bouffalant 100% of the time. These will give you 10 attack EVs per horde. You can go ahead and surf them. It should be pretty easy to go ahead and take them out. GG's, gain those EVs, easy peasy. Now, there is 2 spots here in Undella Town, but I'm going to cover them at different times since I want to go in that correct order. Now, the first one is going to be the defense spot, of course, and now both of these spots, you can't kill them with Surf Pokemon. You're probably going to need a Discharge Pokemon like Galvantula, Jolteon, or something of the sort. Magnezone can also be decent, but the first one is going to be right over to the east, actually. So start here in Undella Town. Look at the top left-hand corner of your screen. Do you see how it says Undella Town in my top left-hand corner? You want to head over east until it says Undella Bay, which is usually around the very end. Hop on the water, Sweet Scent, and here you'll encounter hordes of Pelipper. Now these Pelipper are going to give you 10 defense EVs per horde defeated, and Discharge should obliterate them since these Pokemon have a 4 times weakness to electric. So this is a fantastic place for leveling low level electric Pokemon if they do have access to Discharge. You can see my level 46 Galvantula is able to take all these guys out no problem. Alright, now flying away from Undella Bay, but we will be back to it in a quick sec, I'm going to head over to this next spot at the Pokemon lead. So we're actually going to be looking for Heatmor here, and Heatmor is a good special attack spot, which gives 10 special attack EVs per horde. You want to go ahead and walk in there and make sure you're healing in there, but I'm not going to worry about that for the sake of the video. You want to head outside, come all the way west as possible, and then you can come straight down. As long as you head all the way west at that first level, you can just ride all the way down south, and now you can go ahead and Sweet Scent on this little crackled ground. Not the little sandy normal ground here, but this crackled ground, and you'll encounter hordes of Heatmor here. Heatmor, once again, are going to give you 10 special attack EVs per horde. They will kind of interrupt your battle a little bit with Snatch, but it's not really that much of a time loss. It's also really important to note that Heatmor has a super underrated shiny, and I'm a huge fan of it. Definitely recommend hunting here if you care about the Heatmor shiny. Alright, pretty simple special attack spot. Let's go ahead and head back over to Undella Town because that's where our special defense spot is going to be. We're going to switch back to our Galvantula, and I'll show you guys really quick. So it's going to be right here. Now you're actually going to want to be in Undella Town, not Undella Bay. And if you Sweet Scent in the Undella Town water, you'll end up encountering Mantine. Now this is a specially defensive bulky Pokemon, and that's why it gives those special defense EVs. So you might not be able to kill these ones as easily as the Pelipper, so you might want to gain more XP on your Discharge Pokemon first, but we'll go ahead and test it and see here. I do have choice specs on my Galvantula, so it's probably helping my damage a ton. But there we go, that horde of Mantine defeated. They'll give you 10 special defense EVs per horde. Now, on to the last location. This is probably one of the most popular. It's one that people farm at a lot for XP and for shinies because pretty much everyone loves this shiny Pokemon, at least to some extent. We're going to be starting here in Lucanosa Town, heading west very, very quickly. It's right here on this first little tile of grass, and then you can go ahead and Sweet Scent, and you'll be encountering Rapidash. Now, these Rapidash hordes are going to give you 10 speed EVs per encounter. They're also super easy to surf down, and people use these a ton for leveling late game just for fun. I don't really recommend them for leveling. There's a lot of better locations, but hey, if you want that shiny Rapidash or maybe you want to breed it down to a shiny Ponyta, I totally understand. It's a fun location and it's a good time. There's a lot of people always here. Having a teleport Ocarina or a teleport Pokemon in your party is also super useful to save you a little bit of time going back and forth between the PC, but as long as you have access to fly, saving that Pokemon party slot is definitely more valuable, so you're able to EV train one more Pokemon. Now, that covers everything for this video, I believe. If you have any questions or if I missed anything, let me know in the comments down below. Click the like video if you enjoyed this video and it was helpful to you. Dislike the video if it confused you and you're not really enjoying your time here. That's totally okay. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see daily Pokemon content. The Discord link is down below if you want to join a really cool community who loves Pokemon just as much as you do, and there's also a ton of resources down there. I also do stream Monday through Thursday. I usually stream a lot of shiny hunting Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. EST if you want to check that out. Say yo, what's up, and have a great time. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo, all that stuff is linked down below, and you'll get your name inserted on that little card at the end of the videos. Thank you all so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Hopefully this video was positive, just part of your day, and have a good one. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Thanks for watching until the end of the video, and if your name is on this list, thank you again. I really appreciate you guys watching my content, and I really appreciate you going above and beyond and supporting my content via YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, subs, etc., etc. Thank you guys once again, and just have a great day.